YouTubes, what's up? Today, our goal is to make an actual base and try and get some NPCs in here. But this little thing here, it's not going to do. First of all, I don't like to make my bases out of wood. We're going to make it out of stone. And I've only got 69 stone blocks here, which isn't going to be enough for what I want to do. So I'm going to have to go down and dig some more stone blocks up before we can get started here. Which means I have to go back down there. So I'm just going to try and drop down. I have this cloud in a bottle here. I'm just going to drop down and I'm going to try and double jump before I splat somewhere. So let's see how this goes, and then I'll cut it out for when I'm mining a bunch of stone, because you don't need to see that. I should probably get a fucking torch out. This'll do. Alright, I'm just gonna mine, and you will be back when I'm done doing this. Alright, YouTubes, as you can see, I am back to the surface, and I have 225 stone blocks. Now I need to tear down everything I've got built here, and we're just gonna start from scratch. Oh my god. I think I'm actually gonna replace this anvil. Oh god, I have to replace the wooden platform too. I'm going to replace the anvil and make a better hammer, if at all possible. Oh no, do I not have enough? I think I might actually need something else to make a hammer. No, it's just wood for the wooden hammer. I guess I just don't have enough. Well, that sucks, because this is going to take forever with this thing. I'll just cut back when I get this all torn down. Alright, I've got the house all torn down now. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to expand the base a little bit here by cutting down this tree and placing some more dirt. Move the grass, otherwise it'll stay underground and bug me for the rest of forever. Don't I have dirt? 5 dirt. I'm pretty sure I got more dirt in the chest over there, but that is a perfect amount for now. And I'll just expand over here a little bit. Make sure we've got plenty of room for what I want to do here. I actually think I'm going to need some more room. There's that tombstone that I placed a while ago. You know what, why don't I just go ahead and grab that now? Alright, I think that will do, and we'll expand over here a little bit, because the base is going to be quite wide. I believe it's going to be about 22 blocks wide, so we want plenty of room here. Let's see. Just get the height in place here for 1. And expand that out a little bit. That right there is going to be the center. I'm going to go ahead and place the workbench. I need some wooden platforms here. See, this is my plan. If I just build a base for this video, I can't die to a boulder 3 videos in a row. Which is nice. Because boulders are not cool, yo. Okay. Got the 4 in the middle there. Alright. I think that'll be about good. And I got my doors here. In Terraria, when you build a house or rooms, you can get certain NPCs to move into them, and then you can interact with them. Let's see, we might have enough gold to get the merchant to move in. You start with what are you called, Jack? I don't know. You're the helper guy, tutorial guy. I don't know. You kill a boss, you get, I think you get Vine Chick, I don't know her name. They all have their own crazy random names that they spawn with, but Lots of interesting, useful NPCs that you can get. So we're just going to work on this for today, and then maybe if we have some time left over, we'll go explore the overworld and see how that's looking, because the overworld, there's a lot of interesting stuff that we need to look at too. In Terraria, the world will spawn with a jungle and a dungeon, and one side of the world, like the left side, will have the jungle, then the other side would have the dungeon, or vice versa. It's completely random. And then you can get other little random biomes that spawn along the way, like a snow biome, or you can get the corruption, which we'll discuss at a greater length later on. But it's basically this evil disease that spreads across the land, I guess you could say. Well, this should be tall enough for our needs at the moment. And we're going to need to make some more doors. The room requirements in Terraria, you need to have a comfort item like a chair or a stool or something like that. It needs to have the walls all filled in, which is the background. And it needs something like a table or something like that. And then it needs a light source. So we're gonna need to make stone walls, lots of stone walls. If you hold down the button, you can make things at a progressive rate there, like you just saw. When you mine out the world, the wall for the world stays there. It's kind of annoying, but you can get rid of it with a hammer. Now let's fill in the wall here. Why don't we actually go up here and work on these first and get these going and see if we can't get an NPC to show up in the meantime while I'm filling in the rest of the house here. Alright, we got this all filled in, and then why don't we just make our guest a chair, and how about just a standard wooden table, and then we've got torches that we can place. So let's just place a wooden table and a chair and a torch, and I believe this should be livable. You can check by, see this little house icon right here? You click that, I believe, then you can select housing query and select the room. This house is suitable. So yes, this is good enough so an NPC can move in here. I actually think that Mr. New Guy there is going to live in that room, so why don't we expand another one and see if we can get, or can't get somebody new. I wasn't asking if this was a valid housing game. That's why I closed the housing menu. Anyway, we might be able to get the merchant, or since I believe we did find bombs, we can get the demolitionist. And we might have some of the requirements for another one. I'm not sure. I need another table and chair. Here. Table. Oh no. Running low on wood. Alright, I'm gonna mow down this forest off camera. I will be right back. Alright, I think that'll do us for wood for now. What else did I need? I needed a chair. Maybe in the future I'll do some decorating, but I think they'll be fine. I guess I have another chair right there. And then place a torch, and this should be suitable housing, correct? Yep, it is suitable. Get rid of the query there, maybe? Oh yeah, and when you go into the housing menu, you can actually select where they live. So, I don't know why it's doing that. I right-clicked and I got rid of it. Anyway, we'll continue filling in here. I think I'm actually going to need to make more stone wall. Hopefully I have enough stone. I don't really want to go mine some more. Let's just use up the rest of it here. Oh yeah, that should be good, I hope. And continue filling it in, and maybe in the meantime another NPC will show up to greet us. Because I know we have at least the requirements for the demolitionist, and I'm pretty sure we've got enough money for the merchant to show up. So somebody should show up sooner or later. And they'll just randomly walk in from one of the sides of the map. Oftentimes they'll get stuck if you have something that they can't climb up of, and then they'll just end up dying. So when they show up, make sure you get them into your house or leave the area, because if you leave and come back, they will usually teleport into their room, which is nice. If you build their room on the floor like this, they'll walk out and in all the time and let enemies in, like you saw Jack do to me yesterday. But if you build them up here inside of your house, they'll generally just stand still, or they'll just walk back and forth right in this little area. They'll never open the door to the outside world for you, which is nice because you really don't want them doing that to you. There's actually a wall behind these blocks here that you can't really see. You're going to want to fill those in. Slimes down there are killing bunnies. Poor bunnies. I'm not actually going to have enough wall here. Oh, that sucks. Well, what can you do? Yep, I'm going to need to get some more stone. Alright, I will be right back with some more stone. It's getting to be nighttime now. Alright, I am back to the surface with some more stone here. I got 88 blocks. That should be more than enough for us to fill in our house, I believe. And with some of the spare. Oh, I guess I actually had some from before, but I don't think it would have been enough anyway. Let's continue filling this in. Nobody's actually moved in yet. I'm kind of surprised. They generally don't take very long to show up. So it's becoming nighttime here. I don't think we're going to get to exploring the overworld today. I think we'll just finish this up, and then maybe I'll wait a while off camera, see if I can get anybody else to show up, and then we'll call it a video. Alright, got this all filled in here. Gonna need 2 more tables, and since I've got a chair there, I'll just make 1 more chair, because I don't... no, I guess I do need a chair for down here. Because if you place a chair next to a crafting table, it opens up a tiny bit, or just a few more crafting options. Nothing too important, but still nice to do. Get our torches in here. Check if there's suitable housing. Suitable, suitable. Right click to get rid of that, learned that earlier. And then, why don't we get our area down here set up? I'm gonna make some torch poles, tiki poles, or tiki torches to use in here. Just because they look a bit nicer than just randomly throwing torches on the wall or something. Alright. And let's see, what else have we got? Well, I need to place the furnace. Why don't we place that? Where's the anvil? Why don't we place the anvil right there? I'm going to move the workbench over 1, so it's right next to it there. And we'll place the furnace right there, so everything's nice and close, so I can access everything at once here. And why don't I make a couple more tiki torches? And we'll get a nice little storage area going up here. 2 tiki torches. I might end up moving those in the future. They'll probably get in my way. Get placed. Alright. And why don't I place our tombstones in that one? I'm sure we'll have a lot of them. No NPCs have showed up yet. Oh, why don't we go place our wooden chair? That chest stayed open. Why don't we put important things in this chest? Such as potions and valuable items. Shurikens, we're going to be using those on the eye boss. I think his name is Cthulhu, or its name is Cthulhu. Let's keep healing potions on us. Shine potions, water walking. We can't use the magic mirror yet. Our silver bars and iron bars are useful. And we'll keep some wood on us. And why don't we go ahead and toss everything else in this chest here. Yeah, we got grenades. We might end up using those at some point. I think that's looking pretty good for now. There's those eyeballs that spawned. I don't think we saw those in the other video. Why don't we take a quick run across this giant plains here? I can demo the much stronger silver sword now. Oh god. Jack, you let in a demon eye. You're gonna get yourself killed, buddy. Ooh, I got a lens. 2 of those and you can make, I believe they're goggles, and goggles are very stylish for 1. And for 2, they give you defense, like a helmet, which is pretty nice. Got that speed boost going. I'm not seeing any fallen stars, that's why I wanted to do this. Because we are going to need magic at some point. I'm going to end up doing all that off screen, I don't doubt. Oh, there's nothing out here. Alright, just head back home, and I think we'll call it a video for today. Alright guys, I think we're looking pretty good here, and until next time, have a good one.